It was supposed to be a feel-good morning segment. The View had booked two of the biggest names in Hollywood for a special, Women in Power, edition. Jennifer Lopez, fresh off her latest tour and film launch, looked stunning in a crisp white suit that shimmered under the studio lights. Gwyneth Paltrow, poised and elegant in a muted beige ensemble that screamed minimalist chic, sat across from her. From the outside, it looked like a perfect setup. But from the very first 5 minutes, tension hummed in the air like static. The opening banter was cordial, barely. When Whoopi asked about how the two women balanced their empires with motherhood, Gwyneth answered first, referencing her retreats in Napa, guided meditations, and the benefits of detaching from digital noise. Jennifer's reply was starkly different. "I don't get the luxury of retreats," she said with a small laugh. "I've got twins, rehearsals, production meetings, and 2 new projects back to back. I just make it work. You hustle harder when you've had to build it all from scratch." There was a flicker of something in Gwyneth's eyes, condescension, judgment, whatever it was, Jennifer noticed. Joy Behar, always one to stir the pot, turned it up a notch. "You both represent such different paths. Gwyneth, you grew up in a showbiz family, and Jennifer, you came up dancing in the Bronx. Do you think the industry respects both stories equally?" Gwyneth gave a tight-lipped smile. "I think the industry values authenticity. Sometimes people try too hard to appear relatable or driven, when it's really all image." Jennifer blinked. "You talking about me?" "I'm just speaking generally," Gwyneth said, her voice syrupy sweet. "There's a difference between crafting a brand and being a real person." There was an audible shift in the room. The live audience murmured. Whoopi gave a warning look. Jennifer leaned forward, her expression unreadable but intense. "Let me clear something up. I'm not trying to appear anything. I am a real person. I was a backup dancer before anyone knew my name. I didn't inherit fame, I earned every bit of it." Gwyneth nodded politely. "Of course, I just think we have a responsibility as public figures to be honest, especially when it comes to beauty, aging, success. Not everything is about glam squads and filters." Jennifer's voice sharpened. "Don't do that. Don't pretend you're above the very system you've benefited from your whole life. You sell skincare and lifestyle products too. You just do it with a smug little bow on top." Gwyneth's smile thinned. "I empower women to prioritize wellness." Jennifer scoffed. "No, you empower women who can afford $400 face serums and mindful snacks. I empower girls who grew up like me, without a silver spoon." The room was practically crackling with heat now. Even the co-hosts looked uncomfortable. Sarah Haynes looked ready to crawl under the table. Then Gwyneth said it, the comment that sent everything over the edge. "Some people are addicted to attention. And they confuse hustle with desperation." Silence. Jennifer froze. Her jaw clenched so hard it was visible on camera. The audience gasped, and a few people even booed. Jennifer stood slowly. "You know what? I came on here to have a real conversation, not to get insulted by someone who thinks she's better than everyone else because she meditates with crystals." She removed her mic, turned to the co-hosts, and gave a nod. "Ladies, thank you, but I'm not staying here for this." As Jennifer walked off stage, her heels echoing like thunder, the audience erupted in a mix of applause and shocked murmurs. Gwyneth sat stiffly in her chair, feigning composure but clearly rattled. The cameras cut to commercial, but the damage was already done. And Hollywood had just gotten its latest headline. As the screen faded to commercial and Jennifer Lopez disappeared behind the velvet curtains of the View stage, the backstage area was buzzing with a volatile mix of adrenaline, panic, and disbelief. Jennifer's team was immediately at her side, ushering her away from the chaos. Her assistant handed her a bottle of water, but she waved it off. "I knew it," Jennifer muttered, fuming. "I knew this was a setup. They brought her in knowing she'd try to throw shade. Do you want to release a statement?" her publicist asked, phone already in hand. Jennifer paused. Her nostrils flared, but her voice was steady. "Not yet. Let them show who she really is first." Back on stage, the co-host sat frozen for a beat, unsure how to proceed. Gwyneth Paltrow crossed one leg over the other, giving off the appearance of composure, but a subtle flush crept up her neck. The audience had fallen uncomfortably silent. "Well," Joy Behar finally said, attempting to lighten the mood, "that escalated quicker than my cholesterol at an Italian buffet." A few awkward laughs rippled through the crowd, but the tension was unshakable. Whoopi Goldberg, unimpressed, turned directly to Gwyneth. "Did you mean to come at her like that, or was that just passive-aggressive wellness?" Gwyneth let out a short, breathy laugh. I was just being honest. We should be able to talk about these things without people walking out. But the audience wasn't buying it. Someone in the back shouted, "You went too far," while another woman near the front clapped slowly in solidarity with J.Lo. By the time the segment wrapped, hashtag Team J.Lo was already trending on Twitter. Fans and fellow celebrities alike were rushing to her defense. Gabrielle Union posted a fiery Instagram story saying, "When a woman of color speaks her truth and walks away from disrespect, that's not drama, it's dignity." Meanwhile, TikTok users wasted no time editing clips of Jennifer's dramatic walk-off with Beyoncé's "Don't Hurt Yourself" playing in the background. One viral post had over 2 million views within 2 hours. Even the live audience members who had filmed the moment on their phones posted shaky footage with captions like, "I was there when J.Lo shut it down." ABC, caught in the eye of the storm, scrambled behind the scenes. Executives debated pulling the episode or heavily editing the replay. But the buzz was too big to contain, and network producers saw an opportunity. The show's official account posted a cryptic teaser, "This morning on hashtag The View, sparks flew. Full episode up soon, eyes fire." Gwyneth's camp, sensing the backlash, issued a vague statement by late afternoon. Gwyneth Paltrow supports all women and remains committed to authentic dialogue, even when conversations are difficult. Jennifer, however, remained silent. That silence only fueled more admiration. Fans praised her for walking away instead of stooping to petty levels. Instagram flooded with fan art, recreating her fierce exit in stylized illustrations, while fashion blogs praised her exit outfit as the power walk look of the year. Inside her SUV, Jennifer finally broke her silence with one short message posted to her story, a black screen with white text that read, "Know your worth," and went to walk away. Gwyneth, for her part, kept quiet for the rest of the day, reportedly canceling a scheduled Goop podcast taping. A source close to her told Page Six that she felt blindsided by how quickly things spiraled, and didn't expect J.Lo to react that strongly. But the damage had been done, and the culture had made its judgment. By the next morning, tabloid headlines screamed, "Battle on The View, Lopez vs. Paltrow turns ugly, Jenny from the Bronx walks out with class, leaves Gwyneth in the dust, Crystal Calm meets Bronx Fire, and the fire won." The industry had seen many iconic daytime moments, but this one would be etched in pop culture history. Not because of who insulted whom, but because Jennifer Lopez didn't stay seated when disrespected. She stood, she spoke, she walked, and the world walked with her.